I feel personally a deep responsibility to make sure that we endow this facility, that we equip it properly, and that it is here for generations to come. To me, it means that we have a responsibility. We have a debt to repay, and that debt is to make sure that it continues in this fashion for many, many years.
Well, Mike was very passionately involved with the renovation of the theater and in his role as the first executive director, and just really felt strongly about what it was bringing to the community and all of the things that it was going to present to all sorts of different people.
He's a person that people put trust in immediately, and so he was a great person to have as our initial leader in this role, because he had to convince others in many ways, you know, whether it's giving money or time or talent to the theater, that he was somebody that they could invest that resource in and it would be okay.
I would say first, he's very kind, he's funny, and by all means, very hardworking.
Mike is, 3 words would be focused, organized, and enthusiastic. I can still remember him at the beginning of every act, running out on stage and announcing it like he's Ed Sullivan. So
Mike was able to kind of relate that sort of an excitement about going out and finding people who could come here to the theater and perform for us. I think he had a pretty eclectic taste, which was good for us because we didn't want to buttonhole ourselves in any particular type of venue for entertainment in Licking County, and he sued the bill for that.
One of the things that Mike did is that he really embedded a culture of making sure that everybody that entered the Midland's doors and exited the Midland's doors felt appreciated.
He cared about people, genuinely cared about everybody that he came into contact with. He was certainly passionate about the arts. That showed every day that he came to work. And to say that he knew the numbers would be a vast understatement. Mike managed the business by the numbers.
Well, it didn't take very long to realize that Mike did have his act together. He had a very smooth demeanor, not too many things ruffled his feathers, and all that was good because of all the interesting things that we had to do the first several years with getting the Midland up and running.
Mike was the right person, the right leader at the right time. He set a very high bar for excellence right from the beginning that helps set the tempo and really serves us today as we look around the theater and see some of the benefits of his commitment to the long-term viability of this theater.
Mike, I would just like to thank you for, first and foremost, putting the theater on very, very solid footing when it reopened in 2002. Secondly, I would like to thank you for your extraordinary leadership with staff and volunteers. That was second to none in my time on the board. And finally, I would like to thank you for your friendship. It was a pleasure to work with you, alongside you, and get to know you, and I consider you a friend.
Well, Mike, having been in the community for many years and sat on many boards, I'd have to say that you rank pretty high up there on the list of some of the best directors I've ever worked with, and I would have to say you're one of a few that has worked very hard to make sure the Midland got off to a good start and has continued on the way to success that it is now experiencing.
Well, the highest compliment I think I can give Mike is, sir, I have always found you to be a consummate gentleman, and I always appreciated that about you. You're the same way day and night, and it's a quality that very few have.
Mike, when I look out at the theater here and see what this was like when we first opened this and realized that you're responsible for this, and I thank you and love you for that.
Mike, I want to thank you so much for your leadership and fostering this wonderful, vibrant, beautiful community gathering space for our community for many generations to come.
I would like to say, Mike, thank you. I think it was your vision and hard work that is why the Midland is the success that it is today. And I know I can speak for all of the first board members that you spent a lot of time on your job, countless hours, and you devoted your life to the theater, so thank you.
So Mike, I would just like to thank you for all the personal time that you gave to the theater in the early days and beyond to make it what it is today. I know there were many weekends, many evenings that you gave up your family time to be here and to build this theater so that others could enjoy it, not just today, but tomorrow. So we really, really appreciate that time and energy and passion that you had for the theater.
Mike, as I think about now over the past 17 years, I am personally gratified with the contribution that you've made to the long-term success of our community, and look at the Midland as really a cornerstone in the future that is very, very bright. Thank you very much. It's been an honor to work with you.
Mike, I would just like to say that having worked with you from the very beginning and having personally experienced all of the things you did and all of the time you spent in developing the Midland, that it would not exist without your efforts. And on behalf of everyone that we worked with in that original board, thank you very much.